Okay, so again, I labeled this equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So I have a plus b plus c equals 1. And then that is going to, I'm going to subtract that. It's already subtracted here. As long as I can cancel one variable out, I can do that with this. So I have minus a plus b minus c equals -1. So luckily, this a already has a minus sign, so or a subtraction sign, a negative sign. So we can do a minus a, which will give you 0. B b plus b gives you 2, so we get plus 2b. And then c minus c is 0. And then 1 plus -1. So essentially I'm adding these, but really since we are canceling out some, so a minus a is 0, b plus b is 2b, c minus c is 0, and then 1 plus like -1 is just also 0. So what's good about these things is that we get 2b is equal to 0. And if we want to isolate b, you divide by 2, but you will notice you'll get a 0 right here, so b is equal to 0. So what we have done is we are able to locate our first value for b, okay? So that is our b value. So we solved another piece of our puzzle, okay? So then right here, what we're going to do is I'm going to subtract for equation 3 from equation 2. So I'm going to do 4a plus 2b plus c equals 4 minus this whole thing. So I have a plus b plus c equals 1. Okay, and the reason why I didn't multiply this by another number or anything is because I know eventually this is going to cancel out the c, which is what you want. You want to eliminate at least one variable whenever we have 3 variables in the equation. So 4a minus a is 3a, 2b minus b is 1b, c minus c is plus 0, 4 minus 1 is 3. So then here we just have 3a plus b equals 3. Now we are not able to isolate here because we have 2 variables, right? This is already simplified. But what we can do, since we already know this one became out to be really nice, we know that b equals 2. So we can just substitute this 2 in for b. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll show that in a different color. So we have 3a plus 2. So I have 2 and then equals 3. So then now, because I substituted that b in for 2, I'm able to find out what a is, which I'm able to find the last, or one of the last pieces of our puzzle. So I'm going to subtract 2, and then I get 3a equals 3 minus 2 is 1. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. I made a mistake. That made no sense. Okay, hold on. I wrote 2 here, and that meant to write 0. My mistake. I bet you're probably like, what? You made an error, and you're going, and you still haven't addressed your error, and here I am doing that now. Okay, my mistake. I was like, that does not make sense. Okay. I cannot. I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Okay. I'm panicking, but it's okay. Okay, so we have b equals 0. Great. Okay. So then this is what b is. Sorry, b should equal 0. You're probably like, wait, I thought 0, anything about that, you get 0. You're right. You're right. And so sorry, this should be 0. Okay. And in this case, well, we don't have to do this step. So then right here, instead we'll get like 3a equals 3. divide by 3 to isolate A, and so therefore A equals 1. All right, there we go, way better. So then right here is our A value. And so the last piece is really easy. All we have to do, since now that we only have C to find, we can just substitute 0 in for B and 1 in for A into any of these equations that we originally got up here. Since this one it has no negatives, it looks pretty easier to use. You can essentially use either one or either 3 of these, but I'm going to use this one. So right here, I'm going to recognize that B equals 0, A equals 1. So I'm going to use this equation right there to help me out. So I have 1 equals 1 plus 0 plus C. So then I'll figure out that I have 1 equals 1 plus C. So in order to isolate C, I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides. And this just so happened to work. C also is an option. So this is my last variable. So what we can do now is go back to the structure that we had. We can go back to this. Well, yellow would pop with yellow. Okay, so right here, this was the structure that we had. So now I'm going to substitute these 3 values. So when C equals 0, B equals 0, A equals 0, I'm going to be able to find out what is my equation. So right here, well, if I substitute 0 here and 0 here, or wait, sorry, 0 for B and 0 for C, those will cancel. So therefore, my final equation, right here, I'll write it in pink so you can see it better. My final equation is going to be P of X is equal to, since A is 1, it's going to be X to the third, well, X to the third, and then this will be 0, this will be 0, minus 2. So my polynomial equation is x cubed minus 2. All of that work just to realize that this is, in fact, indeed true. Alrighty, so what you can do now, that's how we'll use systems of equations to help us figure out an equation. So write your summary below here and make sure that you input your summary in the little question box that you'll get at the very end of this video. After this, you have your problem set, which is only 3 questions. Essentially, it's this process. Alrighty, goodbye.